Hey Wanderers, welcome back to another Fabulous Wanderers podcast, the podcast about anything and everything. Today we have a special guest with us. We have Max again.
That's right. I'm back. You couldn't avoid me again. I managed to find this recording space yet again. I'm so sorry, but I found you both again.
He broke into our podcast studio and he just decided we were going to record a podcast. So that's how this works. No, actually, so Max actually suggested this topic quite a bit ago, but we're just getting to it, and we thought it'd be fun to have him on this episode, so that way give us commentary on his suggestion. And hopefully I did you justice.
I feel like a kid like with a bowl of cereal going to watch like a Saturday morning cartoon where it's like I've manifested this episode where like I did none of the research, I put in none of the work. This is the greatest thing ever. It was like prepped for me. This is awesome.
Heck yeah. I hope I do you justice. And are you ready for the interesting tale of the Kraken?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So there's not like a ton of like super in-depth like research. There's like obviously like the tall tales of it and stuff. And there's a few accounts of stories that may or may not have taken place. But yeah, we're going to look into the possible like the main culprit of the Kraken. And we're going to start with some of the origins in Norse mythology. Ooh. So the origins of the Kraken myth can be traced back to ancient Scandinavian folklore. In Old Norse, the term Kraken is thought to have evolved from the word kraki, which referred to an unhealthy animal or something twisted or curled. So in Norse mythology, tales of the Kraken emerged as part of the rich tapestry of sea monsters that haunted the minds of seafaring Vikings. These legends described a colossal squid-like creature capable of pulling down entire ships with its powerful tentacles. So over time, the Kraken became intertwined with maritime superstitions, with Norwegian fishermen purportedly watching the beast attack ships in the distance and conjure up all sorts of other sea mischief. The first known account of the Kraken was written by King Sverre of Norway in 1180, during a time when the oceans were largely unmapped or uncharted. So the Kraken was said to be a hunter of ships, the bigger the better, making it a predator feared by anyone who sailed out to sea. Because of the creature's rare appearance, no one knew exactly what they were dealing with, or what type of creature the Kraken might actually be. All they knew was that it was massive, had 8 legs, and showed absolutely no fear of humans. In fact, humans seemed to be among the Kraken's favorite snacks. And if the creature wasn't able to take down the ship with its own legs, it would swim around the vessel fast enough to create a whirlpool that would drag the ship down to the bottom of the ocean, where then it would eat everyone aboard.
That's so cool. The timing of this episode is crazy because, to your point, I think I emailed this suggestion 3 years ago, but then also, like, I happen to be playing, there's a video game called Dredge that I'm playing through right now, which is quite literally like a Lovecraftian fishing sim. It's very fun, but there are giant Kraken-esque monsters, so that's happenstance, but also after Christmas every year, me and my family will like watch a marathon of movies in like the same universe or whatever. We've done Lord of the Rings before. We've done like the Star Wars movies. And then like last year we did Indiana Jones. And this year we were going to watch Pirates of the Caribbean. We skipped number 1 because we had just seen it recently. So we watched 2 and 3 the day after Christmas. So the confluence of all of these things coming together means that I am already mentally prepped for all this information about the Kraken.
That's fantastic.
It's like, it's like my Kraken knowledge begins and ends with the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's all I know. So
the documentary Pirates of the Caribbean, right? It was very brave of that cameraman to remain sturdy while that ship was going down.
Yes, in the 1700s, yes.
Yeah, back when cameramen were not cowards, when they were they stood on business.
And they didn't shake the camera lens,
No shaking at all. It's very impressive.
Steadicam.
Yeah.
Steady game. Alrighty. So you've heard of the Kraken, but have you heard of sea monks? Not monkeys. Monks.
Sea monks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so in Norway, the Kraken myth grew, and as such, washed-up specimens were interpreted as messages from God or the devil, sometimes called sea angels, sea devils, or sea monks.
Okay, hold on. That discrepancy is the most important discrepancy you could possibly have when something washes ashore. Is it from God or is it from the devil? That is extremely important information to know.
Yeah, could you imagine like this giant squid just washing up on shore, and you're like, because I'll put some pictures on the YouTube if you guys want to check them out. But they have illustrated, and there's several different versions. It basically looks like a squid that they turned into like armor. So there's like this monk-looking man in like a squid suit. That's what they have.
He has like the Friar Tuck like haircut.
Yeah. He does.
These look like very old illustrations of what would be on a list of like the worst. This should have been on the worst mascots episode you guys did. Like
sea monk.
This looks like some random coastal college in Scandinavia would have like the fighting sea monks or something.
That's great.
Fantastic.
And the costume would literally just be that.
It would be this.
Just a squid with just like a monk, like a Friar Tuck.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how the heck did they get sea monkeys? Is it like they thought it was a misprint? Like they saw sea monks, so then they thought it was a misprint?
So sea monkeys are like, they're basically tiny shrimps.
Yeah, I've done it, but like I'm saying, like where did they get the name from?
Sea monk?
No, sea monkeys.
I think it's just a marketing thing. The sea monkeys, they're just like a marketing thing. Cause they're like, how can we sell these tiny shrimp that survive without water for so long?
They survived for like 10
That baffled
10
me.
hours.
I remember at my old house, we had just a container of unused sea monkeys that just sat there for Lord knows how many years.
No.
And it was like a procrastination thing where I was like, we'll get around to activating the sea monkeys later. We never did.
Just in perpetual, just egg form.
We basically just had a bunch of dead shrimp in our basement, just like in a box, like hydrate when ready, and we never were. So,
oops. Is it still there? Do you still have it?
No, I don't even know where they went. I mean, to heaven, but beyond that, I don't know. They went to shrimp heaven, I'm sure.
The afterlife.
I would be shocked if like you actually put them in the water and they started swimming around. That would be amazing.
I don't know. I feel like they'd be kind of vengeful at this point. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it was like a magic spell or like a magic coma where you can still hear all the stuff going on around you. So once you're activated, they have like a vendetta.
Oh, that would be so sad.
Well, they're also tiny, so they couldn't probably do much.
Yeah, the one time I think we had sea monkeys, our babysitter knocked him over. She
didn't get a tip.
On the floor? Just a bunch of loose sea monkeys? That sucks.
They weren't very big. It was just like the very first like couple of days, and then she like was moving something and all of a sudden just knocked it over. And then
Some things just, I don't understand why people make them pets, you know? Like, my younger sister has a beta fish, and the only thing I know about beta fish is if they see another beta fish, they will kill it dead instantly. Yep. It's just like, why is this an animal we're like, yeah, that's a pet.
Pretty. Yeah, they're pretty to look at, but otherwise...
They're really pretty colors.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I'm not like Aquaman. I can't hear its thoughts because it would probably be like psychopathic, just like muttering to himself.
The serial killers of the fish world.
Any other beta fish comes into this tank, I swear.
Put a mirror in front of it.
Oh no!
Oh jeez.
Oh, so sea monks.
Sea monks, yeah. So this actually sprouted off into a cryptid as well. Do you want me to pull up the cryptid wiki page?
Yes,
for
please.
Sea monks?
Yes, please.
Okay. So sea monks, according to cryptids.fandom.com, or sometimes known as the sea bishop, was once given the name given to a sea animal found off the eastern coast of the Danish island of Zealand in 1546. It has also been sighted by 2 fishermen and some nearby swimmers in Pala, Croatia in the year 2011. And this is one of the more popular sightings of the cryptid in the Adriatic Sea. It was described as a fish that looked superficially like a monk. It was mentioned and pictured in the 4th volume of, I don't know if I can pronounce this book name, Historiae Animalium. But yeah, basically it's like a book of like old animals in Scotland, basically, like where they're trying to figure out what animals were.
That's a great way of putting that. Just like holding up this goofy illustration of a sea bishop, being like, just like holding it up, just trying to like compare like a sea lion or something. I'm just like, yeah, it's a sea bishop.
The sea bishop. Yeah. But yeah, basically this is just a fish with kind of human-like facial features, I guess. Yeah.
It's just sort of like a dollar store mermaid.
Yeah.
The Temu mermaid.
Oh, no.
Temu mermaid.
You should get Temu sea monkeys and see what they happen to grow into.
Nothing. They're just like little bits of plastic that don't do anything. You put them in water and they just sink to the bottom immediately.
Yeah. Oh, Temu.
It's the thought that counts. I believe my sea monkeys will be cool one day.
The poor child just sitting in their room staring at their plastic bits. Like, oh, my pet.
When do they hatch? They already did. Oh.
Great pet. Okay. So it is most widely believed today, and that the most likely candidate behind the Kraken or sea monster stories is the elusive giant squid. So first photographed in the wild in 2004, the giant squid can grow up to 13 meters or about 43 feet in length and weigh as much as 900 kilograms or about 2,000 pounds. It's huge. But typically the average giant squid is about 1,000 pounds. So, yep.
And it was just photographed like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Basically, like, that's wild.
I know, I read that, I was like, yeah. But
is it just because they don't like come up to the surface very often or something?
Yeah, like basically, so like they live so far under the ocean that the only way you can see them is like if you have like a special like drone or something that can go that far.
Like for James Cameron.
Yeah.
He's like one of 2 people James that Cameron, has that.
And only James Cameron should be doing it?
Yes.
Because evidently no one else knows how to do it safely.
Yes, no other millionaires or billionaires should be doing that. Just James Cameron.
There's one from Ohio who's going to do it again.
Are you serious?
Yes.
In the same area?
The whole point being, that guy, I'm going to do this how it was supposed to be done and actually not build my thing from materials I got at the Home Depot. I think that's this billionaire's whole idea, is like, I'm going to prove to everyone that the reason why it went bad was because his design sucked and was not safe.
Okay.
I mean, say let all the billionaires and trillionaires do their thing. Go to space, go to the ocean, just keep going. Just keep going.
Floor.
It's fine.
Yes.
If the ocean pressure doesn't get you, the killer whales will take your yacht down. So just keep going to the ocean. Just keep going.
Oh, that's right. They were doing that a couple years ago, right? To like sailboats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. They were like attacking. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Keep doing that.
Yeah. All the millionaires can just keep going to the bottom of the sea or out to outer space. Just keep going. It's fine. We're not going to stop you.
So the habitat that these creatures live is widespread, and giant squids can be found along continental and island slopes all over the world. They are solitary creatures, and the exact depth of their ideal habitat isn't yet known, but is believed to be between 300 and 1,000 meters under the ocean surface, which is a wide range. Because of this, it is very rare for humans to come across giant squid unless it's sick or dying. So, yeah, literally, like, all the pictures we have of it are when they're dead.
Sick or dying?
Yeah, because they probably do what whales do, and they probably beach themselves.
Yeah.
They literally go towards the light as they pass away.
It's so sad.
No.
It's so sad.
Wonder if they explode like beached whales then, too.
I don't know. They're smaller.
Are you talking about by the whale's power or by the power of man and TNT? Which explosion are you talking about?
The whale's power, not the funny video.
You're not talking about the whale explosion. Okay.
No, I do watch that video once a year, I think, probably.
Once a year? Why?
I probably come across it. I don't like.
There's not like a specific day of the year you put a bag of popcorn in the microwave. Teet, teet, teet.
Like the whale.
Okay,
that would kind of be
and you watch
funny.
a whale explode. Like
no,
every
that'd be
year
funny to have like microwave popcorn that was like beached whale themed or something. That would be funny.
In honor of the whale, yeah.
In honor
exactly.
of the whale.
Yeah,
this is like all those
new all those cars
yes,
that got
my
crushed.
New holiday.
Well, hold on. When did it happen? When did the whale get exploded? It was in like the 70s, right? Exploding whale. 1970, it says here. November 9th? Or no, that's when it washed ashore. When did they actually make the mistake? When did they actually dynamite the son of a gun? Hold on. Where is it? When did it happen?
Yeah, 1970, right?
I think so. There's a specific one that I'm looking for.
It happened in Oregon somewhere, I think.
Yeah. Apparently there was a lot. I landed on a Wikipedia page that's all just about exploding whales. I thought there was just the one.
It actually happens.
Yeah.
Not like that, like an explosion, but like the air and the gas.
Oh, it was an explosion when that giant piece of blubber pancaked a car. November 9th, 1970. Yeah.
That one's from people. But
yeah, only human beings could achieve something that amazing. And if I recall, one of the cars crushed was one of the people who was not heeding the warning of the explosion experts of just like, you put too much on that one side, you're going to direct the blast into town. And they didn't listen to the experts. See, every time I think of this, I just think about the little groundhog woodchuck guy from Winnie the Pooh who talks about using dynamite to get rabbit unstuck out of the hole.
Who the heck is that?
Did you guys not watch Winnie the Pooh growing up ever?
No, I did. I had a classic Pooh-themed bathroom. But where the heck? He wasn't in there.
When Winnie the Pooh gets stuck in Rabbit's hole to get into his house, he ate too much honey and then he gets stuck. He can't leave. And they consult this little groundhog woodchuck guy who's just like, you could use dynamite, save time. And we're just basically listing all the different ways they could get him unstuck. Do you not remember that?
No.
That little guy's like the explosives expert in my mind. Either that or Vinny from Atlantis. I think his name's Vinny. Right? With the mustache?
The mole guy?
No, not Moliere. The TNT guy. The guy with the thick accent and the mustache.
Oh,
I found the okay. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. I'll send you a picture, Kendra. I just found like the book version
of the TNT guy from Winnie the
Pooh. Like a little muskrat.
I don't know what he is. I don't think he's a beaver, is he?
Maybe it's his tail is pretty short.
He's some sort of woodland creature. I think he's a groundhog or something.
Yeah.
He's like the digging expert.
See, I don't remember that much about Winnie the Pooh, but
I don't.
Oh, yeah. Turn this around on me. Act like I'm weird for remembering stuff from Winnie the Pooh.
There you go, Kendra. You can look at the little muskrat beaver.
Who is that? He's by owl.
We're not having a Mandela moment, are we? I guarantee you he's real.
I think I remember him now. That like
he wasn't. He's not a main character. For example, he does not show up. He does not make an appearance, as I recall, in the Christopher Robin movie. I don't think he's one of the characters that gets brought back.
Okay, he's just like randomly there and then explodes
there
things.
For explosive advice, then he leaves.
Heck yeah.
I don't think there was much need for Christopher Robin use explosives in the live.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been. He should have blown up his workplace, and that's how he quit his life-sucking job instead of trying to convince people that vacations are a good thing to do once in a while. Could just blow up the building. No one has to go into work. There's no building to go work at now.
That's
do like
true.
the whale. Just more dynamite. That's the answer.
Speaking of whales, have you guys heard of the thing called ambergris?
Yes. It's gross, but so fascinating.
Yes.
No.
It's basically, isn't it like whale blubber or like some
it's
sort
whale
of fatty
vomit.
secretion?
It is whale vomit.
Okay.
And it gets sold, I want to say, do they put it in perfume? It's like, it crystallizes into this giant, glittery, like weird, almost abstract art shape. And it sells for like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Huh. I did not know any of that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an original perfume, like base or something like that. It's like very popular.
Fascinating. Okay.
I'm 95% sure like modern like perfume makers are basically just the spiritual successors for all the witches and wizards of bygone eras of just like, and I'll take this eye of newt and this ambergris and then just like random, they're
Exactly
just like pulling anything and everything they can think of ingredient wise.
Yeah, it sounds like fun, but it's okay. Back to giant squid, or should we say on exploding?
No, please. We'd both like to see you try and segue back.
Okay, I'm horrible at segues. I haven't gotten better in 6 years. So, so like other squid, the giant squid has 8 arms and a pair of longer tentacles to assist with feeding. The mantle or the head is shaped like a spade and includes 2 fins to assist with movement. Unlike the colossal squid, which has 2 eyes on the front of its head, giant squid have 1 eye in the front and 1 in the back, allowing it to keep a lookout for its next meal and any dangerous predators, mainly the sperm whale. That is like their main predator.
Oh, okay.
I had that all wrong my entire life.
They battle. Cool.
I didn't know that they had 2 eyes. I thought because they're always illustrated like giant squids. When they're illustrated, they're always you have to pick a side. If you can't. Also, how do they know that that's the front? How do they know they just aren't really goofy and aren't like animals that have like eyes just on the sides of the head? How are they like, oh no, that one eye, that's the front? How do they know?
I have no idea.
I think they probably just like pick a side. They're like, this has an eyeball.
Is there a mustache on one side or something? Or like a one spectacle?
It's like a giant
like corrective lens or something? Like that's definitely the front.
Do you want to guess how big their eyes are? Like, it says I don't look.
Probably. What
size
metric
of a
are we using?
whirlpool.
The size of a whirlpool. I'm going to say probably around the size of like at least a softball. Maybe a small melon.
It's a little bigger. It can be up to 10 inches in diameter. So it's like basketball almost.
That's a basketball.
That's insane.
Yeah. I have a picture. I'll put it in the YouTube video too, but they have a picture of a scientist holding one of these eyeballs. It's not the biggest one, but it's plenty big.
Dang.
Yeah. And it compares, in the articles I used, they compare it to a dinner plate.
That's a great way to put it.
I hope you weren't hungry.
Not anymore.
Yay. So the giant squids also have a beak like other squid and suckers surrounded by a ring of razors. So
I don't get the beak.
I don't either. They're creepy.
It is.
I think most sea critters are literally just everyone's like, oh, I wonder if there's aliens out in outer space beyond Mercury. It's like, did you look in the ocean for aliens? Because we got them.
The lamprey. Lampreys scare the crap out of me.
Goblin sharks, just like,
those are just
we either have sea bugs or we have straight up water aliens. We got them all.
Yeah, there's a reason why they don't really want to explore the ocean as much, because there's a lot of really creepy stuff down there. And like if you've listened to like there's a lot of articles coming out from like different like Navy men and stuff, just like the stuff that they've seen, and like they talk about aliens and stuff too, and like ships coming out of the ocean. But there's a lot of weird stuff in the ocean. Not like our ships, but like spaceships coming from the ocean and going into space.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we got our giant squids from.
That's just
there was like a rambunctious pet that they were like, we can't, or it's like Lilo and Stitch, where
they let it go and
Earth is literally, it's like the mosquito thing from Lilo and Stitch, where Earth is just like a preserve for giant squid. The planet is 70% water. You got to put them somewhere. This planet would be perfect. We're basically living in an alien fish tank.
Yeah, it's our bathtub. Here you go. Mom said I could leave it here. Thanks.
We're dropping it off. We'll see it again when we come back around the sun.
Never. Bye. They got beaks. So the reason sea creatures can grow to such massive sizes is due to a phenomenon called deep sea gigantism. Reasons behind deep-sea gigantism range from lower temperatures, food scarcity, and the need to go longer periods without a meal, reduced predation pressure, and increased dissolved oxygen. These animals live on the generally inaccessible abyssal zone of the ocean between 4,000 to 6,000 meters deep. This explains how some marine creatures, including squids, increase in size the further below sea level they live. Other animals that experience the deep-sea gigantism include the Japanese spider crab, which are, I can't stand them. I'll show you pictures in the next slide. But they can grow up to 3.7 meters, like with all their little spindly legs. A deep water stingray, up to 2.7 meters in length. A big red jellyfish, up to 30 inches in diameter. And giant oarfish, up to 8 meters in length. So the zone in which is in complete darkness makes up to 83% of the ocean and 60% of the surface of our planet. So there's a lot we don't know.
That's just creepy.
What's crazy to me is I would have thought that like not being able to eat as often would mean that it would go the inverse, where like
Same.
If you can't eat a lot and you have so much more of an oppressive like pressure squeezing in on you, why does stuff grow so much bigger when it's like being compressed on all sides by oceanic pressure and it's not eating and it's in darkness? It's just so strange to me why that happens.
Yeah, it's really weird. And there is kind of like a theory like this with dinosaurs and stuff, and that like insects used to be huge because of all the oxygen that used to be in the atmosphere. So I'm wondering if that's why they grow so big, is because there's more oxygen down there. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. I was surprised when they said like eating less typically is like for smaller critters, but yeah.
Interesting. So if you took human beings and we were able to pressurize where we had like an undersea city, like a Rapture from BioShock, would everybody get really tall?
Well, weren't there like, isn't there like a theory of giants?
Giants, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of theories, like biblical theories and stuff too.
But this would be like sea monks, but sea giants. You just sink them.
Literal sea monks.
Heck yeah. Just all the monks are just living on the bottom of the ocean.
That could become the new fashion trend. Forget getting leg extensions for short kings. Just go down into a submersible to the abyssal zone for a little bit, stretch you out like taffy. It'll be like Willy Wonka. You just come back up and you're super tall for no reason.
You should suggest this to all the billionaires, and then
they're doing it themselves. I don't have to suggest any of this. It's fine.
Come back and they're like 6 feet, like
it's
taller.
It's all the memes about Minecraft. How children long for the mines, billionaires long for the abyss, whether space or the sea.
It's true.
The children long for the mines.
Short kings long for the abyssal zone.
Hey, that should be on a t-shirt. That's great. So unfortunately, because of their deep sea habitat, scientists don't know nearly as much about giant squids as they wish they did. The same can be said for the study of deep sea gigantism in general. The habitats of these animals are so far below the surface that study is incredibly difficult. Between inaccessibility, terrifying photographs, and incredibly scarce sightings, the mysterious nature of the giant squid is as unsettling as the Kraken of legend. This leaves many blanks for our creative minds to fill. But are giant squid really human-hunting, ship-sinking monsters as they are portrayed to be? And here's some pictures for your eyeballs to enjoy.
Ooh.
I'll put them in YouTube. But yeah, those Japanese spider crabs, I hate them.
Is there meat in those legs?
Probably very little.
What are you talking about? That's all meat. Look at the
that would
legs.
Be like a
lip.
I mean, that'd be a lot of work.
Yes, it looks like a giant water spider, but I'm sure people eat that.
It's just a crab. I would eat it. It's a ton of crab meat.
How much
Yeah.
a lot of?
I don't see them trying to put those inside of a tank at Red Lobster. I don't think that would sell.
Oh gosh, you terrify the children away before you can sell.
You can throw as many Cheddar Bay biscuits at a person, but I don't think that they're gonna be like, I want the giant freaky monster to eat.
The spider crab.
Ugh. How much do you think they'd sell it for?
Oh man, if you could hand select a Japanese spider crab, that's got to be at least they come from the abyssal zone. How did they even get a corpse of one of those things to photograph? Like,
that's a good question.
How the heck did they get one of those?
Let me see if you can eat them. Hold on.
Maybe
AI says I can.
Maybe a squid brought it with it for its final meal.
And it's a delicacy in Japan.
Yeah, you have to use the dying squid to bring the spider crabs up to the surface. Because how else would you get one?
Okay,
a really big net?
This is nasty. So AI is telling me that they're prized for their rich, sweet meat with a custard-like texture.
I suppose
Custard?
Like if you're that like compressed.
Is it all the deep sea gigantism where it's like, yeah, you're really big and tall, but you're also squishy?
It's disgusting. I don't want to try.
I don't think that trade-off is good. Like, no. Yeah, I'm taller, but now when somebody taps me on the shoulder, their fingerprint stays there for a while before coming back out. Like the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. I'm good.
Have you seen
Japanese
the
spider crab. Yes, blobfish are insane.
Yeah.
It looks like it's the only creature to have seen and comprehended itself in a mirror.
I just thought it looked like a piece of wadded up gum, but you know.
Chewed up gum.
Just chewed up gum.
I mean, I guess it's a small mercy that they're so far down into the deep, dark sea that no one ever sees them ever. So I guess that's a small mercy. At least it's not a land animal. Can you imagine waking up one morning, opening up the blinds and seeing a blobfish perched on your freaking window? Just with its sad, depressed face. I wouldn't like that. I think that would bum me out. There's a passing flock of blobfish coming through. When they hit your window, there is quite the impact.
It just sticks.
Yeah, I can't move.
Oh, those poor fish. Okay. So, the diet of the giant squid typically consists of fish and other squid. They are cannibals, but not usually humans. However, that doesn't mean that one wouldn't hunt you if you happen to end up in its deep water territory. And the way that they would go about killing you is not the way you would want to go. So, giant squid hunt from below, so the chances of seeing it come at you in the first place is slim to none. So you just like swim in and then just get taken.
I don't like where this is going.
No. That being said, you wouldn't have to worry about outswimming it. You wouldn't know what happened. So you probably wouldn't realize it's coming up at you until it's far too late. You would then be dragged down into the darkness of the ocean so the giant squid can privately enjoy its meal without the risk of being attacked by another predator, specifically the sperm whale, which is its biggest predator. So at this point, your eardrums would have probably burst from the pressure change, and your bones are likely broken from being squeezed by its tentacles. Once the squid is safe, it would begin its feast, ripping you apart with its beak and slicing you into smaller pieces with its radula, which is basically a tongue.
Its tongue?
It's its tongue with sharp teeth.
Of course. Why would it have a nice soft tongue?
It just caresses you as you're being eaten. So why don't beaches have giant squid warnings like they do for sharks? Well, the comforting reality is that giant squids live so far below the surface that it's very rare for a human to ever come across one. The chances of you happening upon a giant squid during your beach holiday is pretty much slim to none. However, some scientists believe sightings of giant squid will become more frequent as water temperatures rise due to climate change. So while attack from giant squid isn't something you need to worry about for now, it could become a small issue in the future. So for now, you're pretty safe, unless you're out in the middle of the ocean and go down far enough. But
why haven't they made that movie?
Exactly.
They keep making shark movies, but if you want to do something out of this world insane, go full-blown Godzilla in scope and scale and make a gigantic evil squid movie.
I mean, they might have one on the Roku free channel. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, have you seen that one guy who trained his little octopus to solve puzzles to get through a little maze and stuff? They are terrifying.
They're very smart. Yeah.
Because they're so smart. A giant squid would be terrifying because I feel like they know too much.
They know too much.
That's why they stay down. They don't want to talk to us. These humans are weird. Get out. what about boats or submarines? There is currently no record of a squid of any kind successfully taking down a water vessel, but that doesn't mean that they haven't given it the good old college try. Here, I'm going to list off a few different noteworthy examples. So the only confirmed story about an encounter between a ship and a giant squid occurred in 1861 when the French corvette Electon was sailing near Tenerife in the Canary Islands. The Electon was a 570-ton French paddle wheeler powered by a 120 horsepower steam engine and sails on 2 masts. She was 167 feet long, a beam of 40 feet, drawing 10 feet of water, and she had a crew of 66 men and officers, and her armament consisted of 2 light cannons. So it's a pretty small ship. So as the ship neared the island, the lookout yelled, "Ahoy!" a large body, partly submerged on the surface. Captain Frederick Boyer later described the object as a gigantic squid. At the time, the giant squid were only legends, and Captain Boyer knew if he could capture the creature, it would be a major discovery. The captain ordered his crew to man the battle stations and to fire muskets, launch harpoons, and try to ensnare the squid with a noose. The bullets seemed to do little damage to the squid's rubbery body, and they finally managed to bring the ship alongside and slip a rope around the squid's body. However, the weight of the squid was so great that when they tried to haul it aboard, the squid's body was torn apart, and they only recovered part of its tail, or like one of its tentacles. The piece of the tail weighed over 30 pounds. The captain preserved the specimen, and it was later given to a museum, and it was confirmed to be a sample from a giant squid by American invertebrate zoologist A.E. Verrill. This encounter inspired Jules Verne when he wrote 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which was published 9 years later in 1870.
I didn't know that 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was inspired by a real world event. Like, I thought it was the sum total of his inspiration was looking at old maps of giant Kraken taking ships down into the water.
Yeah.
But it's a legend.
If you want a good laugh, you can find other maps where because obviously Kraken's probably one of the most famous, but there are some other just buck wild sea monsters that they were drawn back then, just like out on the borders of the map. Up. There are some wild sea monsters that they were like, oh yeah, once you get out past this thing, like once you get out past these islands over here, watch out for this crazy thing. Just be on the lookout. Might be out there. We don't know. It's probably is. Just fear-mongering for no reason.
What's another one besides Kraken?
Oh, man. I mean, first of all, based on how far back you go, so my younger sister bought her friend. It is a collection of medieval sketches of... yes, it's probably supposed to be a crocodile, I would guess. So back then...
Sea pig.
The sea pig.
Back then, if you want a good laugh, look at artists' renderings of what certain animals were supposed to look like, painted in classical style, because some of those artists did not know what in the world they were doing. So there's just animals with like human faces because they didn't know how to paint animal faces. So you're going to see a lot of those types of critters out there of just like, what even am I looking at? Why does it have a human face? Why does it have tusks? Why does it have flippers? So like I said, that's probably like supposed to be a crocodile for all I know. That drawing you just showed me.
It could be.
Oh yeah. Sorry, sea pig. I hear the sea monks. That's what they eat so they can eat their sea bacon.
The sea bacon.
The sea bacon. They farm the sea pigs and then have sea bacon.
That's Red Lobster's one and only hope of remaining in business is they have to pivot to sea bacon.
Oh, it's just kelp. Just kelp fried up.
Yeah, trick people into eating healthier. It's like the Wii console, but for food.
Yeah.
Oh, this is sea bacon. It's definitely not kelp we dried and fried. Don't worry about it.
On YouTube, I think when I was in high school, there was like this huge like vegan trend. They used to like thinly strip carrots and then fry it in like soy sauce and like Worcestershire sauce. And that's what they called it. And I was like,
that's what they called bacon?
Yeah, I was like, it's not bacon, but it might be okay.
It doesn't sound that bad. I would eat it.
Did you guys do an episode where we were making fun of people who did like cereal and it's like just like fruit submerged in water or something? Or what was it? Where it was all like fruit in milk or something like that. There was a whole trend where they were like, oh, I'm eating my like healthy cereal or something. There's literally no cereal in the bowl at all. It's just fruit soaking in whatever they had around. This is healthy cereal. Yeah, it's called a bowl of fruit. Eat some fruit. It's not cereal. If it doesn't come in a colorful box and there isn't a puzzle on that box, it's not cereal.
I want the toy, the free toy.
Prize.
Yes.
I want the prize.
I want, or if you're really lucky from forever ago, a random CD-ROM game.
Ooh,
Sometimes you'd get one of those.
Those are fun.
If you were lucky.
I still have some of those spoons.
Yeah, I got like an Indiana Jones one that lights up, like the top of it lit up. I think it was for like
It's cool.
What was the one that everyone hated? Crystal
Skull.
I got it was like you could like remove the little spoon part off the top, but it was like a little light. So when you put pressure on it, it lit up like the end of the spoon. I'm sure I got cancer from that. But moving on, because all free promotional toys give you cancer. As Burger King found out. Yeah.
It was worth it.
It was magical.
Worth it.
Give me all the cereal. Now we get socks in our McDonald's bags.
You know? I didn't get those.
I didn't either. I was too late. It was like 2 weeks.
My sister got one of those Grinch meals, and I gotta say, there's nothing quite like sitting in the back of a car, watching your sister in the middle seat shake a bag of Grinch salt.
The Grinch salt.
The fact that I had to utter the words Grinch salt is just the most psycho thing. And she said it so normally. She was like, I gotta get my Grinch salt. I was like, wait, so first of all, they give you a bag of Grinch salt. And then second of all, you have to salt the fries? They're tricking you into doing the work for them.
It was like dill pickle flavor or something.
It was like those Lay's chips that do the pickle, like, I don't know.
It sounded good.
The shaking of the bag looked kind of fun, I guess.
I didn't try it.
It's a popular thing in Europe. They have like all these meals and they get like all these fancy packets you can put on your fries. So this is the first time they brought it to the US, to my knowledge.
I mean, they drink sparkling water over there. So, you know, they've always been fancy.
I almost threw a cup of sparkling water across the room when our friend from Germany was visiting. And my dad was like, we should get some sparkling water for her so she'll feel more at home. And it was the first time young Max had ever tried sparkling water. And I was going in expecting like a refreshing treat.
No.
I was so mad at all of Europe. Good. I was like, who comes in after mowing the lawn and pours themselves a tall glass of it's salty. Like, why would you drink this?
It tastes weird and flat. I don't know. And like, not
it's
good.
Gross.
It's not good.
I like the seltzer, like the polar seltzer waters with like the fruit flavor in it. I like those. But just like a sparkling water, I can't. It's gross.
I only drink LaCroix in desperation when I'm bored and need something to do at work. Because getting the cup, getting the ice, and opening it up takes a little bit of time to do. Other than that, it is true what they say about LaCroix. It really is like the taste experience of drinking static while someone screams the name of a fruit from the room next to it. That's LaCroix. It smells so good, but tastes so boring.
It tastes bad.
What is that one? There's one that they brought out last summer that's just sunflowers on it. What is that flavor?
I don't know.
Like LaCroix? Made of flavor that was sunflowers?
I haven't drank it in years.
LaCroix,
ever since I got bamboozled into trying the Japanese cherry blossom one.
Oh, was that good?
No, it was awful.
Sunshine. It's called Sunshine. Bright and sparkling blend of citrus and tropical zest, capturing the refreshing essence of a sun-kissed day in every sip.
I could tell you it doesn't, but...
It whispers a sun-kissed day to you.
I'm so sorry, but
there's no way it does.
Capturing the refreshing essence of a sun-kissed day, that's like your flavor description is sunshine.
You gotta fluff it up. You gotta fluff it up.
How about this? Go outside.
Nah.
What if you went outside? What if we all just went outside? I don't know. This is giving Lorax and I don't like it. Like canned air. Like go outside, people. Come on.
Have you seen I think it was Coca-Cola. They had a couple summers ago their stargazing flavor or whatever. It was supposed to taste like
that?
The galactic one.
Is it that? I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to taste like you're like outside like on a summer's night looking at the stars. It tastes like s'mores.
Oh.
Oh gosh. S'mores?
Yeah. Some people loved it, some people hated it.
Okay.
That just doesn't seem like something that would pair very well.
It's not a crowd pleaser. All right.
I don't know.
So
It's pretty to
Coca-Cola's
look at,
trying to
though.
sell Essence of Night and LaCroix is trying to sell Essence of Day.
Yeah.
Sounds like people just need to go camping.
Pick a side. Now
Eat
it's
some
grass.
actual s'mores.
Next flavor is grass.
Forget grass. Drink grass.
Heck yeah. Oh, photosynthesis. No, photosynthesis will be your next one. It's just grass.
Chlorophyll and sunshine distilled in water.
Heck
The
yeah.
Timothy Green special.
Oh, delicious. My favorite LaCroix. Heck yeah. Should we get back to some tales of the Kraken from the 1800s? Okay. So in 1874, newspapers around the world published a sensational story about an attack by a giant squid on the 150-ton schooner Peril. The story goes that the Peril is Peril. I believe it's Peril.
They named the boat Peril?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
You're asking for it at that point.
I don't know.
So when people ask you where you're going to be, you say, I'm in peril?
I'm on peril.
I'm on peril.
I'm sailing with Peril. So Peril was sailing in the North Atlantic when it was attacked by a giant creature. According to the captain, James Flood, the creature was half...
The captain's name is Flood.
You're on the ship called the Peril and you're sailing under a man whose last name is Flood?
Yeah.
Everything about this is bad.
Bad idea. It's cursed. So, according to the captain, the creature was half the length of the schooner, but just as thick. The captain took up his rifle and shot at the creature with seemingly no effect. The crew grabbed axes and cutlasses and fought the creature while the creature's giant tentacles pulled the schooner over by her rigging. The schooner capsized and sank, throwing the crew into the sea. Reportedly, a nearby ship, the Strathwin, witnessed the attack and was able to rescue the crew of the Peril. So many different versions of the story appeared in print, but unfortunately for Kraken fans, the whole story was most likely fabricated, which, with names like that, it probably was.
What, you don't think that it dawned, the cruel irony dawned on the captain as he's up to his waist in water because the captain has to go down with the ship that he's taking on water and his last name is Flood?
The Flood.
Like, heck yeah.
Who would have thought
So, yeah.
the Peril, crewed by Flood, would sink? Who could have seen it coming?
It was meant to go very far and it failed. Okay. So during the 1930s, the Royal Norwegian Navy's tanker, the Brunswick, dealt with 3 separate attacks from aggressive giant squid. Since the ship was 15,000 tons, the squid were unable to harm the ship despite great efforts. The sailors were left unharmed, but the squid were killed by the ship's propellers. Despite these attacks, it isn't clear why the squid saw the Brunswick as a necessary target, but some scientists hypothesize that the squid simply mistook the boats as predator, so like the sperm whale, and they went to attack it.
Fun fact, this is how Norway discovered calamari. Yeah. After
Really?
the boat, it just left in its wake just a ton of chopped squid.
No.
You don't think the beachgoers were confused as they waded out into the water and just saw a bunch of little pre-cut calamari floating on the surface?
Oh, breaded and fried.
Pre-fried.
No, Norway is cold. It's perfectly preserved, just like everything else up there. They probably buried it in the ground first and then dug it back up to eat it because that's where all the flavor comes from.
Ew. Just the natural salt.
I don't know about salt. I don't think there's a lot of Grinch salt in Norwegian soil.
Oh.
I think it's just that fermentation. It's like whatchamacallit, that Swedish thing. What the heck is it called? Every YouTuber in the world has tried it.
Lutefisk.
Is it lutefisk? No, it's a brand, I think. What is it? It's the can. Surströmming.
Yeah,
Surströmming. It's like surströmming. They
Ooh.
just bury the calamari and then bring it back up.
Have you heard of surströmming, Kendra? Okay, that's probably good.
If you want to add something to your yearly watch of a whale being exploded, as a blooper reel, you just have to watch YouTubers opening a can of surströmming because the millisecond the pressurized stink air comes out of the can, it just everyone in the room involuntarily retches and has to leave the room because of how strong it is. Surströmming is like
is it the shark, like the rotten shark thing, or no?
I don't know what surströmming is. I gotta be completely honest. All I know is it is like fermented to
it's
high
just
heaven.
herring. Okay.
Yeah.
It is
It's
herring.
bad.
Interesting.
The cans are huge. The ones
Yes.
that at least that they opened, they're like
They're huge. Okay.
they're huge. They're like 8 inches in diameter.
I
at
believe
least.
it's probably considered a delicacy there, but Americans don't handle it well. Whenever they open up the can, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's bad. And like some of the ones I've seen, the can is like obviously expired because it's like buckling on itself, and it makes it 10 times worse.
No, that just means it's good. That means it's ripe. It means it's ready.
Are you Googling it, Kendra?
Oh yeah.
Good. Oh goodness. Yeah, lutefisk is pretty normal. We have it like in our grocery store. But yeah.
Is that in Frozen? Isn't that one of the things the shopkeeper says in Frozen?
Probably.
Like when he's trying to like sell them stuff, for some reason I have like a core memory of hearing someone with like a Norse accent saying lutefisk, and it has to be from Frozen.
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, should we get back to some other attacks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the most ironic instance of a giant squid attacking a boat occurred in 2003 during the Jules Verne Trophy race around the world. A competing yacht, captained by Oliver de Crowson, was attacked a few hours after leaving Brittany, France. According to Crowson, he said he saw a tentacle through a porthole. It was thicker than his leg and was really pulling at the boat hard. So he also mentioned that 2 of the tentacles were blocking the rudder. The giant squid had latched onto the hull of the yacht and only let go when Crowson brought the vessel to a halt, and the squid presumably grew bored and left. He said that the squid must have been 7 or 8 meters, or about 22 to 26 feet long.
I'm wondering
He thought it was a whale.
I'm wondering, yeah, he probably did think it's a whale, because if you think about it, in the squid's massive brain, right? How do you take down a whale, right? Like, you gotta go for the face, or you gotta go for the tail. Because if you can get either of those 2 things not working anymore, you've got it. So the fact that they would even attack the rudders at all, to me, makes so much sense. Because again, if they primarily attack from behind, it's like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you so you can't swim away.
Yeah. That'd be scary, though, because you're by yourself on this boat. And then
if I looked out a porthole and all I saw was a giant tentacle, I would be very nonplussed. Yes, I would be very upset.
I like that he said it was like as thick as his leg. He's like, it's not as thick as my leg.
Yeah. Like, it means so many things.
He was holding it up to compare.
Yeah, he had his leg up like that. Like, it's like, oh, it's...
Look, we're matching. So more recently, in 2017, and a much smaller scale, a video of a young giant squid hitching a ride with a South African paddleboarder went viral. The video showed James Taylor with the giant squid's many legs hooked around the paddleboard, in what some viewers believed to be a friendly greeting from the sea creature. However, the full video showed that the giant squid was actually incredibly unwell and wasn't playing or attacking the paddleboard. The real story was that Taylor recognized the squid was dying, and he was attempting to drag it ashore in order to preserve the body for research purposes. So,
did you say James Taylor?
Yeah.
Like the singer?
I don't think so, but...
No, this is the other one. This is the South African paddleboarder, James Taylor.
Yeah. Not the American singer-songwriter? Okay.
No, this is the equally famous South African paddleboarder.
Okay, yes.
He's the James Taylor of South African paddleboarding. Yes. James Taylor is.
Yeah. It's a popular name. Okay, yeah, you can Google pictures. I'll put some in the YouTube video too. But
of James Taylor?
Just James. Which one?
Which one?
Both.
All the James Taylors. There's just gonna be like 50 James Taylors.
Just do like a Facebook search. They're all over the place.
All of them. Yeah. That'd be kind of terrifying too, because you're just. I suppose it didn't have much effort left in it, so it just kind of just floating along, but. There are numerous other tales of giant squids attacking watercraft, however, none of them come close to the intensity of the legendary Kraken encounters. While giant squid do occasionally attack boats, it's most likely a case of mistaken identity and not the giant squid hunting for a tasty metal snack. Regardless, it's no wonder that a legend grew out of the giant squid sightings. Squid are genuinely terrifying, and the numerous legs and teethy suckers, the odd-shaped head and giant eyes. If anyone hundreds of years ago experienced that attacking their boat, they're gonna think it's a sea monster. So,
it is!
It is.
It is a sea monster. Like, what else are you supposed to say about it? It's got a beak. It's got an eye on the back of its head. It's gigantic. It's massive. It comes from the abyss of darkness. It's a sea monster.
Its tongue has teeth, like
barbs, like a tiger. It's a sea monster.
It's a monster. Yeah.
Have you seen goose tongues? They have teeth on their tongues.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Satan's.
One more reason to not like geese.
Yep.
Canada geese. Sorry, I should be specific. Farm geese, I don't got no beef with farm geese. Just regular.
I don't like any things with tongues, like tongue teeth.
You don't like anything with tongues? Nope. That disqualifies so many things, Kendra.
Oh, yes.
Oh, goodness.
Hold on. I gotta look up. Do blobfish have tongues?
I think they do, don't they?
I think everything has a tongue.
Do grasshoppers have tongues?
Probably. I don't know if sea monkeys would, but
I think they do. So I guess that checks out.
There you go.
Also, I always forget too that when it comes to the blobfish, that the reason why they look so dreadful is because when you take them out of their high pressurized environment, that's why they look like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that all the pressure's kind of keeping their shape together so they don't look like melted ice cream.
Yeah.
So that's just insult to injury.
The poor little things.
In their natural habitat, they look like just a fish. Mm-hmm. Like the actual picture of a properly pressurized blobfish just looks like a fish.
Mm-hmm. Aren't they pretty small too?
The surface ones are pretty sad.
There was a video circulating beginning of last year of an anglerfish basically going towards the surface. She was going it was a female anglerfish, and she was going straight up because they figured out she was probably dying. But they're so tiny. They're like the size of like a goldfish, almost a little bigger.
Cute.
But they're so tiny. I thought they were huge, like with like Finding Nemo and stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, thanks Finding Nemo. I thought anglerfish were like the size of a car.
Yeah. Let me see unless it was just like that one was tiny, but
another prime example, that is a sea monster. Something that lures things to their death using light
with a little in
an abyss. Mm-hmm. That's evil. That is a sea monster.
Yeah. Okay, so anglerfish sizes can greatly vary. So most females are 8 to 16 inches, while some of the species can reach up to 4 feet.
Oh,
so that's pretty big. That's a pretty big fish.
4-foot anglerfish. That sucks.
Giant teeth.
That would not be something to. So I recently repurchased Endless Ocean, a copy for the Wii, which is like a game where you go down into the water and like these islands and you make friends with fish and you'd go and scuba dive stuff.
Oh, interesting.
But there are some scarier sections of the game that were probably unintentionally so, where you're swimming through like ruins. Or my personal favorite, you can go down into like the abyssal zone, and some of the fish that you see down there with your lights are like terrifying. But then you just like pet them a little bit, little glitter comes out, and they're like, yeah, they're your friends.
Glitter?
These horrifying monsters.
I like just carry glitter in your pocket and nothing's scary.
Underwater, I don't know how well that would work.
Just a glob of glitter.
Just slowly coming out. They'll never see me. I'm obscured.
Yes. It's like nature's smoke cloud. It works perfectly.
Human beings, like the true defense mechanism that we should all be practicing is throwing glitter in people.
Mm-hmm. Self-defense.
As a janitor, I can't approve that would be the worst thing you could do to me. If you hit me with a Mark Rober amount of glitter, I would actually be so mad because I know I'm going to be fighting that for the rest of my life. There will be glitter in my casket because of something like that.
It's hard to get out. Nearly impossible to get out.
Yeah. Whoever invented that is like unacceptable.
I have edible glitter that I use on cakes and stuff at work, and sometimes it gets embedded like in your like wooden tabletop, and it won't come out.
It won't come out ever.
No. You just got to throw the table out. I don't know what to tell you. Your table's ruined.
Not even if you use like the canned air, like the keyboard. I don't even think that would work, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but I must diagnose your table with forever glitter. It will never come out. Start from scratch. Throw it into the sea. Give it to the blobfish.
Oh, he's gonna have a party. That's great. All right. So some resources I used for this podcast are curiousarchive.com. Let's see, science.howstuffworks.com, news.bbc.com, nhm.ac.uk.com, and GreekGodandGoddesses.com. I'll leave links to all of these resources if you guys want to check them out, read the articles, look at the photos. And yeah. Thank you, Max, for joining us for another Foolish Wanderers podcast. Did we do you justice?
Yes, this was extremely fun. This was everything I was hoping for out of a Kraken episode.
Yay, for 3 years.
I've been waiting with bated breath every day, checking my subscriptions to see when I was going to get my Kraken episode.
Your Kraken episode.
Now I just have to wait to edit it.
I think I learned more about Winnie the Pooh characters this time around. Honestly. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know this person existed.
Oh, the explosion character. All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening to another Foolish Wanderers podcast. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to email us at fwplisteners@gmail.com.
Here's my line. And as always, new episodes of the FWP are released to wherever you get your podcasts from, including this place that you're listening to right now.
All right, Wanderers, thank you again, Max. Oh, we forgot to ask you, do you want to plug any of your socials?
Plug your stuff.
Sure, okay, I'll do it very quickly. You can edit this in however you want. Okay, my YouTube channel that I do art, vlogs, and other stuff like video essays is just my name. It's Max Chivington. That's MaxChivington on YouTube. And then my gaming channel's The Star Munchers. That's all one word. I play games either by myself or with friends. And then my art you can find on Instagram at Max_K_draws. And episodes of Morphing Tower Podcast that I've had both of these lovely people on before in the past and will be doing again at some point, hopefully. You can find that on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify and places like iTunes.
Beautiful. All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time.